Welcome to our lecture on the Bill of Exchange in Ghana. Today, we are going to explore the legal framework that governs these essential financial instruments, specifically looking at the Bills of Exchange Act 1961, also known as Act 55. Let's start with the statutory definition from Section 1.1 of Act 55. A bill of exchange is an unconditional order in writing, addressed by one person to another, signed by the person giving it, requiring them to pay a certain sum of money on demand or at a fixed future time. It sounds like a mouthful, but we will break down each of these components shortly. To truly understand how a bill of exchange works, you need to know the players involved. First, we have the drawer, the person who creates the bill and orders the payment. Next is the drawee, the person who is ordered to pay. Once the drawee signs the bill agreeing to pay, they become the acceptor. Finally, the payee is the lucky person who actually receives the money. Usually the drawer and drawee are different people, but what if they are the same? Or what if the drawee is a fictitious person? In these special cases, Section 3 sub 2 of Act 55 allows the holder of the bill to treat the instrument as either a bill of exchange or a promissory note. The choice is entirely up to the holder. Now, let's dissect that long statutory definition. First, the order must be unconditional and in writing. You cannot say, "pay this" if the iPhone works. That is a condition, which invalidates it as a bill. Also, it must be written down. Interestingly, Ghanaian courts have ruled that electronic SWIFT bank transfers do not qualify as bills of exchange because they are merely banker-to-banker requests, not unconditional orders. Next, the bill must specify when payment is due and exactly how much. It can be payable on demand, meaning right when you present it, or at a determinable future time, like 60 days from today. The payment must also be a sum certain in money. You cannot order someone to pay money and also run errands for you. However, adding a specific interest rate to the money is perfectly fine. The bill must also state who gets the money. It can be a specific person, or it can be payable to their order, which means they can endorse the bill and transfer the right of payment to someone else. Alternatively, it can be payable to bearer, meaning whoever physically holds the document gets the cash. Let us compare bills of exchange to promissory notes. A bill is an order to pay involving three parties, and it usually requires the drawee to accept it. A promissory note, on the other hand, is a direct promise to pay involving only two parties, the maker and the payee. Because the maker is already promising to pay, there's no need for a separate acceptance step. You might be wondering, where do checks fit into all this? Well, a check is actually just a specific type of bill of exchange. According to Section 72, a check is simply a bill of exchange that is drawn on a banker and is payable on demand. The rules are largely the same, but the drawee is always a bank. To wrap up, remember that a bill of exchange is a powerful negotiable instrument. It is an unconditional written order involving a drawer, a drawee, and a payee. It differs from a promissory note, which is a mere promise, and it includes everyday instruments like checks. Thank you for joining this session on Ghanaian commercial law.